zeza nešto zvuk. To sam primetio. Svaki put kad se uključi prvi put računar, ovaj gaming, onda nešto zuji. I onda kad ga resetujem, onda se reši. Gremlin, prokleti. Gledam malo cene. Gigabajtova najobičnija WindForce, pozdrav Almire, najobičnija WindForce 3 OC 5080, znači ona najobičnija njihova basic karta. 220.000 dinara. Pozdrav Miloše. Danas sam pročitao da Nvidia namerno koči isporuke da bi izgledalo kao da su mnogo tražene kartice, a u stvari uopšte nisu tražene. Kao nema ih, a svi ih žele. A u stvari njet. Evo koga zanima, 7700X3D ponovo je 24.800 dinđi u Atomu. Dobra cena. Ok, ajde bi odmah da se bacimo na večerisanje, samo da ja to pokrenem. IKEA sad je duplo skuplji, tako da ne preporučujem. Ja mislim da se zovu Metod radne ploče za kuhinju. Znači kao za ostrvo, ono, kuhinjsko. Ja mislim, aj baš da ukucam, sad ne znam ni ja tačno. Ali gledao sam pre nekih možda 6 meseci, cene su bile duple, bukvalno. Zove se IKEA Metod, ali ovo je ceo set proizvoda. Ovo je puno drvo, ekstremno je teško. Ja mislim da sam ja platio, to je nekih 2,8 metara sa, ne znam koliko je, 75 ili 85 centimetara širina. Imam dve, znači imam ovu na kojoj je PC i ovu za taj kao recenzije i to. Dalje je bila 14.000. Htio sam baš da bude prava stvar. Ima prostorije, da vidimo, kuhinje, pa kad se uđe kuhinjski, kako sad nema to? Kuhinjski elementi možda. Znaš šta, jako je dobro, to mi je bilo u garaži, sad sam popeo gore na sprat, umro sam. Koliko je teško, umjesto da zovem nekog da mi pomogne. Ja ne znam kako sam ja to preneo gore, znači katastrofa. Sad je većinski od iverice sve, koliko vidim. Imam ja tih par od iverice, oni su laki, možeš ih jednom rukom nositi. Ali ovo je kao crna zemlja teško, znači katastrofa. A ja sam baš to hteo. Mislim, neko mi je preporučio kao bolje uzmi tu za kuhinju kao. Tako da ja sam jako zadovoljan, znači mogu, ne znam šta je sve bilo na njima, ono, sad nije ni opterećeno toliko, pa se nije ni iskrivilo, ni ništa, ono, ni ne primeti se. Ali kako se tačno, po stvari da, mogu ja da pogledam tačno u ovom, jebi ga, sad malo ćemo da odložimo, sekund, istorija, jel? Vidi svoje kupovine, eto. To je bilo davnih dana. Evo ga. Aha. Radna ploča Karl B. 21.000 sad košta. Au, brale. Ali evo, stavit ću ti link da vidiš koja je. Čisto da ono, da imaš informaciju. Znači sad je 60% skuplje nego što je bilo. A možda se bira, hoćeš breza, hoćeš bukovina, hoćeš hrastovina. Ja sam hrastovinu baš uzeo i orahovinu. Orahovina mi je najlepša možda, ali da, ona je još skuplja. I tad je bila isto dosta skupa. A ona je onako tamna. Sad ja nisam to obrađivao, kaže neko treba se uzeti ono kao lako, pa da se ošmirila sve, pa da se sredi, ali nije bilo potrebe. Jako je lepo odrađeno u startu. Nigde ne zapinje, nema ono da ti se nešto zabije u prsti to. Fino je obrađeno jako. Evo, koliko je plaćena? 13.999. Da, toga se sećam 100%. Znači ima ta stara cena kad pogledam narudžbinu. To je bilo 29. maj 2020. Idi begaj. I to sam uzeo 2 komada tada. Sad možeš jednu za duplo više dobiti. Skoro. Wow, gde su cene otišle, bog te maza. Se ovo pokrenulo. Sam da pijem vode, sekund. Šta je sa Instagramom? Svaki drugi reel, neka nesreća i ubistvo. Kod mene su neke ženske dobre. Zavisi šta tražiš. Tamo kad pogledaš kod mene, kad uđeš, šta page prati. Only the fun stuff. To je dobro, Mare. Meni su preporučivali idi kod nekog stolara da ti odradi. Pitam ja stolara koliko bi to koštalo tada da mi napravi 2 takve ploče. Ako nije rekao 800 evra, a poznajem ga by the way. Rekao zahvaljujem sa nogarama nekim. Mislim, ja sam uzeo i nogare za ovo isto iz Ikea. Nogare su bile 1400-500 dinara, tako nešto. Main monitor Tahiti BenQ of Mobius Z34. IPS zakrivljeni, znači nešto što ne postoji. Nešto nečuveno. Blago zakrivljeni IPS. Ajde da nađemo tog boot blacka ili kako se već zove. Znači, jesam sve ovo upalio, jesam. Sve se vidi, ja se nadam. Taj dečko što čisti cipele. A mene je ovaj teo da opelješi onda, verovatno.
Life in Beauclair can be quite dear.
Caught you, you little fart!
Whatever's the problem, kind sirs?
Aha, evo ga. Odmah sam ga pronašao.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates,
Znaš
we've always
šta,
mud up to our
Zent,
ankles here.
ne mogu da znam jer mi vuče i od nekih starih onih kao
I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in
testiranja.
front of our shop each morning, so folks will dirty their boots.
Kaže da imam
Go to
nekih
you to get
130
them
sati.
cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
A witcher, and I'd advise you to go back where you came from.
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheats
A,
from
nisam ja ga
justice.
kupio, to
Need to
hiti.
talk to the boy.
Ti misliš da bi ja to kupio? Ba idi, bege.
After we tan his hide. So stand down.
Not
To je
gonna
bio
happen.
sample za testiranje. Ja samplove zadržim koji mi se sviđaju.
Which is all the same to me.
We'll break your legs, vagrant! Teach you
together! Stop lords and shit!
O majko vam vašu. Pa kako s trojicom da se borim?
Bat move.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Prebiše me.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
Definitivno ovaj melee combat nije pravljen dobro u Witcheru.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men.
Ali, na primjer, primetio sam u Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 katastrofa. Znači, ako ide više od dvojice na tebe, ju... Znaš, sad sam se totalno prebacio na Cyberpunk i sad za potvrdu pritiskam kocku umjesto X-a.
I
Neverovatno.
see. As the Duchess's protege, you may go. But this lot, that's another matter. You'll come with us. Some time in a cell ought to scare the dimwits out of you. Come on.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow, so what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it. Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stamp. A seat, sir, please. So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
Ja sam inače zadovoljan sa svim što sam kupio u Ikei. Mislim da je dobar kvalitet. Ima dobrih stvari, ono koje je u Novom Sadu, da skoknem do promenade, da pogledam malo tamo kao za kuhinju i to.
What? Gotta be
Neke
kidding me.
gluposti. ali sve je vrlo kvalitetno.
Expand my venture.
Mislim, ja imam i te stare od iverice stolove i dalje su normalni. Nema problema nikakvih sa njima.
New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left,
čak i, na primjer, te metalne nogare njihove, kad ono stave 4, one standardne, imaju svoje te neke velike šrafove koje zavrneš i ja sam to skidao do sad jedno sigurno 10-ak puta i ništa se nije onako razjebalo u smislu da kao više, da ono prolazi samo kroz ovog, da neće drži. Svaki put možda ga zavrneš bez problema. Na isti taj, na istu rupu. Tako da je ono prilično kvalitetno.
All right. Let's see if we can't figure something out.
See? I knew we'd clinch it.
Guess I can agree to that.
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget it. Now to the matter at hand.
Ja sam trebao da spustim to. Ja sam mislio da ja dobijam 500.
A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him?
Jel imaš iz Ikeje metalne nogare ili drvene? Ja imam drvene ovde, a metalne su mi u garaži sad, tamo gdje mi je studio bio. Dobri jedni drugi, samo ovi metalni su malo onako klimaviji, ovi drveni su fenomenalni.
Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Nebioda's cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort. And piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend.
Pretpostavljam da su ovi drveni sad mnogo skuplji.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning the right thing to bribe them with. Red door. One the boot black mentioned.
Bumbar kaže, problem sa Windows 11 update 24H2 gase se igre, samo izbaci iz igara. Ne znam, jesi pravio onaj restore point ranije, pre ovog, pre instalacije tog Windowsa, bilo dobro da vratiš nazad ako je moguće. A ako nisi, probaj sve drajvere da baš ono očistiš i da ponovo reinstaliraš od nule. Baš ono kao uninstall, reset računara, obrisati fajlove, foldere gde je to bilo, pa onda reinstall, pa onda reset računara, pa bi je da li radi ili ne radi. Jer to hoće da se desi kad je Windows, nekome hoće da se desi kad je Windows već bio instaliran, a ako se na čisto instalira skroz, ono da se totalno obriše disk, formatira i da se tako odradi, onda kao malo bolje.
Here. Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Ili može da se uradi reset PC-a. Reset PC, onda ti radi reinstalaciju od nule, a čuvati stare fajlove u nekom Windows.old folderu, na primjer, ali radi kao da je ponovo sve reinstalirano. Mislim da je u potpunosti reinstaliran Windows. Ako si imao neku licencu, to misle, pa će ti tako sačuvati, ako je OEM, čisto da se ne izgubi. Retail se ne gube, a OEM se gube, kad se uradi reinstalacija. Tako da to je jedna od tih caka kako da se to zadrži.
Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
Čuj, meni se sjebalo, na primjer, ja sam imao ovaj facecam, bilo zamućeno iza, jer mi je radio broadcast app, onaj od NVIDIA, i on ima taj blur pozadine. Međutim, sad šta se dešava, uopšte broadcast app ne radi, non stop se resetuje i ili uopšte ne može kameru da pokaže ako je on aktivan. Znači neće uopšte da preuzme od ovog, od Elgata tog kao kontrolu nad kamerom. I naravno nema ove pozadine zamućene i plus ako instaliram SDK u OBS kao neki plugin za sve to i dalje ne funkcioniše. Sa 2 novija drivera ili 3 koji su izašli nakon što je taj 24H2 prošao. Ali eto, htio sam da updateujem komentar.
Somebody moved this here recently.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Boga mi da. Da nema nešto gore.
Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. This his lover?
I don't rightly know.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure.
A to je Aleksandra malo ređe, ja ovdje imam non stop neke zavrzlame sa računarima i primijetio sam da nekad da, desi se to, ali dešava se češće da se izgubi u potpunosti licenca. Što je malo glupavo, ali...
Tools were used recently. Detlef unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. A true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count
Aha, tvoje su metalne nogare matirane, kod mene su bele, nisu matirane.
Detlef's victims wanted
sad vidim.
But that's not his hand.
All of it written using the same ink.
Stari svat kaže, pravim mašinu za posao, uzao sam Ryzen 99950, da li vredi čekati da NVIDIA reši probleme sa 5090 ili uzeti 4090, da sam dovoljno. Ako imaš negde 4090, uzmi je, što da ne. Možda neko prodaje, jel? Ne znam da li ima novih više ovo što se kupe. Ja mislim da 5090 kad ti nije vredna u smislu toga koliki je rizik da se zapali, a s druge strane mnogo veća potrošnja, ima kao neki nadogradnju performansi, ali šta znam, većinu toga dobijaš na 4090-ki. Jedino ne dobijaš onaj multi-frame gen, ako ti to treba, a on ti donosi ogroman input lag, tako da, jel, mislim, bez veze.
Detlef's handwriting. Seen many samples?
A handful.
Nema više tih nogara u ponudi. Ja sam stavio Alex, onaj fiokar s jedne strane, nogaru s druge. Nisam našao neku skalameriju da napravim da mi se stolovi spajaju pa da samo jedna bude, ovako mi je stabilnije. Pa onda opet jedna nogara tu i onda Alex fiokar na kraju tamo da drži to sve. Jer treba mi dosta tih ladica za džidžabidže. I popunjene su sve do daske i htio sam nove da uzmem te fiokare, međutim i oni su sad skoro duplo skuplji. Dobri su, ne znam, snaći ćemo se. Stavit ću u kutiju neku robu. Skloni se, matori.
Detlef van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renaway.
Znaš šta, možda na desetkama je to išlo bolje. Ja se sjećam da nije bilo toliko problema kao sa 11-icom kad su te licence.
You can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe.
Isto tako i za retail, dešavalo mi se kad sam uzimao par ključeva na 11-ici mi se posle, ne znam, 5 aktivacija, ne, dešavalo mi se da samo jedna aktivacija može, a na Windowsu 10 sam mogu i do 7 računara sa jednim ključem da aktiviram. Kad sam radio servis, značilo mi je dosta, ja.
Any idea what it could be? Detlef have any enemies?
Platim jedan ključ, ne znam, 10 evra i onda 7 puta po 20 evra za instalacije.
But I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Detlef yourself, whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renawed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Take it you have your doubts.
I know humans better than he does. Their capacity to be disloyal, dishonest. I also know she took her things. Not something one associates with the kidnapped, or those who disappear against their will. I'll save you the trouble of asking. No, I don't know why she left. I can, however, hazard a guess.
Mislim da ne možeš da ga vratiš na 10, ali možeš da reinstaliraš 10.
Detlef's anger could frighten anyone off, though most who see it get no chance to flee.
Detlef have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detlef is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Detlef ever try to find her?
One 50-90 što im fale, oni ropovi, ja kontam da će to kod nas završiti.
Should have been easy as pie for him.
I da će biti skuplje nego bilo gde.
Not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renawed knew him.
Pa i kod mene isto 11-ica, ono, možda ima par nekih minusa u odnosu na 10-ku, ali to su sitnice, bukvalno, koje meni ne smetaju.
Even if Renawed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her.
Ostalo mi je sve super na 11-ici.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply.
Mislim, bukvalno najveća stvar koju mi je zeznula ova zadnja nadogradnja je bilo to za kameru, ono, koga šiša, ko da je to bitno.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Let's sum up, zato što ja nisam ništa slušao.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
Actually, it is. Detlef's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool, making him kill.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renawed, render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic or ticks will thus lose hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No. He'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
Okej. To ime od Detlefa bilo. preveliko za čitanje.
You'll not find wood here. Not paying you.
Fuck me.
Majku mu imali negde, a ima, dobro je, samo pravo.
What's going on here?
All is in order.
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher. I can see you're a killer.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed
3
soon
nedelje
after.
samo.
Step aside.
3
Got a
meseca,
matter for the
čovječe, kakve
Duchess.
3 nedelje.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast, I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Ha! Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Whoa, this is work for a Witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a Witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
40, 50, 100, doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
Šta, onaj Dragon Age Veilguard kao izvinjenje.
Can they fight fog?
A čuj, probat ćemo ga besplatno, mislim, ja onako nisam planirao to da kupim. A nisam teo ni da skidam ovako piratski. Ako uopšte ima piratska verzija, ne znam.
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different, unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catechans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What then do you intend to do?
Ja mislim to za Blood of the Dawnwalker, slično Witcheru u smislu questova, kako rade, kako funkcionišu.
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Jer svi ti quest dizajneri su sad tamo u tom studiju, jel? Tako da oni imaju to znanje.
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that.
Ne bi te dve nisam ni pročitao koje su. Šta, Ninja Kornjače i Sonic isto nešto remaster.
try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. As soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred.
$699.
There is no such thing
90
as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Estest, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Taj Wulong, on sad izlazi iz ovog Game
Witcher,
Passa uskoro, jel?
show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine
Pa ja tamo, ako ovo dolazi na PS Plus, Bitch Guard, Dragon Age, onda će i na Game Pass, verovatno. Istovremeno. Osim ako Game Pass, onaj Ultimate, već nema EA Play u
The West
sebi.
bank of the Sala Tour. That's rather obvious.
Ili šta već.
Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak.
Da se zove EA Play ili EA Plus.
Clarity high.
Nemam pojma više.
It's simple. Sala Real. The 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for
Michelle
the ducal table.
Trachtenberg je umrla.
Perhaps some
39 godina. Eurotrip, ako je neko gledao, pa ona sestra od onog, jel se Jamie zove, bliznakinja.
San Real. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Sonreal, it is Sonreal. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible
Pozdrav, grofe.
escorts.
Ima je, ali nema premium tier, pa nemaš sve. Mislim da je Sony kupio pravo prečeg izlaska za DAV, a da se MS cenjuje.
For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace.
Odmah se zajebo.
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
Ja i dalje nosim ovu glavu od, šta je ono, Griffin.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Panthers have attacked the wagon.
Whoa there, Roach.
We must help.
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this. Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Be quiet! Help! Save us!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
Thank you. You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Come on.
Tell me more about this vineyard. Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Toussaint. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabrizio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
Je li to QD OLED? Pretpostavljam da jeste, pošto je Samsung, jel?
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
XT ima 16. 70-ka bez XT, da li ima 12 ili isto ima 16, to ne znam. Ja mislim da ima 16 i ona.
Only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally.
Čim ima dinamički sistem hlađenja, to je QD OLED.
Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar
Obe su
in
16,
question.
jel? Nisam još dobio ni jedno, tako da...
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who
50-70
have served
kad
here
treba
for
ove
years
nedelje da stigne u
and would
BG,
answer with
valjda.
their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Ja ne volim kad nekim dogovorim nešto, pogotovo ako iz inostranstva, kao s tim Turcima, i onda se oni ne javljaju uopšte. Jer kao, nema potrebe da me, ono, smaraju sa tim sitnicama, kao da je poslata roba i to. Ja ovdje čekam. Ja volim da znam gde je u svakom momentu na trackingu, ono.
You shall answer for it. Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is this Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
Pa Glossy ima lepše boje. Ako doleta, ono, što lepše, to bolje. Mada ja pretpostavljam, QD OLED je generalno bolji od ovog standardnog W OLED-a. Ako je Glossy, ono, neće biti problema velikih.
Here's the inventory ledger.
Mada ja više volim matirano.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is, barreling. Everything lines up at first glance, neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Ervelous. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Got Pomino over here.
Evo je. Jedna godina kasnije.
1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
Opet nije
Sonreal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Right here, 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek. this one is full.
Kako da pokucam kad mi se ne pojavljuje ono knock?
I have a feeling we'll find something awry.
Ladno mi se ne pojavljuje. Aha.
Full. This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sonreal? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Što bi htjela da se skloniš malo?
Wooden hammer for tapping barrels. Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
So?
I'd recognize this taste anywhere. This one is good.
Pa ne znam za kraljicu, iskreno.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Ne bilo loše.
Impossible.
Pozdrav, Sofi.
This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabrizio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabrizio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Cintrin aristocrat at court.
Wine itself. How do you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take
What is
Master
romance
Fabrizio
of?
to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
Znači, prodao je nekome vino koje sme samo na dvoru da se služi. I niko ne sme da ga proba, osim kraljice i ovih
Next, transport. I'll
najvažnijih
take it to
gostiju.
Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
Ajmo.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
By the way, video za kineske ove faceplate-ove je gotov. A uzeo sam ove stikere za konzolu, ono da zalepim, da se providi. Međutim, ja sam uzeo za PS5 bazni onaj, a oni su mnogo veći nego na Pro-u i na Slimu. Tako da nije uspelo.
Our favorite vintner. It's not him.
O, šta bi? Eksplodiralo nešto blizu Geralta. To valjda kad sam ove upalio.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he
Pozdrav,
blowed
Zoki.
your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call him...
Wait. If he doesn't wish to speak, he needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Mnogo su dobro režirani ovi kadrovi, kako se kamera pomera i totalno drugačije od glavne igre.
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go to town.
Sintrija. To znači da je iz Sintre. Sad sam 2 levela nadogradio se, a nisam ni igrao ništa. Sve kroz ove cutscene i razgovore.
How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Centrion's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Centrion, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Opet zjevanje ovo krenulo.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Centrion does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Centrion accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Centrion's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Centrion gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
The Mandragora? What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Gotta nab the Centrion. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Centrion truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place. A residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
Oj, 54.000 koštaju te slušalice. A, brate, za te pare moraju biti dobre, ne znam. Nisam to nikad probao, tako da ne znam šta da kažem, ali da su skupe, skupe su. Svaka čast ako imaš love za njih. Šta kaže?
Good luck. I hope you get the bastard.
Put on clothes Anna Henrietta will consider appropriate for the
I should
soiree.
double the patrols, just in case.
Kako ja da znam šta bi ona konsiderovala appropriate. Znači moram ići u shopping. Užas. Jao, što bi se zeva.
Better to die of drink than of boredom.
Nije da mi se spava, nego mi se zeva. Ajde vidimo gdje ćemo da pazarimo. Pa jebem li ga ovdje ima? Nema. Možda ovdje. Armorer, ne bi rekao. Od novog Vičera šta očekujem? Da bude odličan. I ništa manje od toga. I da se ispolira taj prokleti Unreal Engine 5 dok to ne izađe. Ma kaki smorio čoveče. Ne, mene uvati zevanje i onda ne mogu da prestanem. Ne znam šta je to. Jedno za drugim ide. Evo sad opet. Kao neka zaraza.
Another murder by the horrid beast. Milton the Peyrac falls victim to his own.
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed. Buy your tickets now.
I shall drink, dance, and repeat till the beat.
I would hate to come off as impertinent, but
A bog te, ja sam mislio da je ovo blizu, čekaj. A ne, mene u stvari vodi da pazarim tu. Okej. Ja sam mislio da to tamo kupujem, u stvari to kod ovog idem.
Sacre bleu.
Bijela.
It's a crime. You're from the north, that's painfully clear.
Excuse me?
There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew. My salon stands open. Please come in.
Ajde, nisam Gwent igrao 100 godina.
In the mood for a round of Gwent?
Hamki, koje kućište? Neko Antekovo, definitivno. Sad ih ima nekoliko za taj novac. Pa kažu da je većina njih koji su radili ovaj Witcher 3 da su ostali. Ali dosta njih je prešlo u novi onaj studio, pa prave taj Blood of the Dawnwalker. Vratio mi ga je nazad. Vidio što je opasan, koliko mi ovih baca špijuna majku mu njegovu. Mislim da ću njega da prekinem sa tim, da ne potrošio previše ovih karti. Pa nek me stiže ako može. Igrao sam, pa sam skupio te vukodlake. Samo tako može, ja mislim. Sad ćemo još jednog špijuna da mu vratimo nazad. Doduše, ova je 9, bilo bi bolje da mu ne dajem toliko, ali nema veze. Jajks. Aj, pušću ga još malo nek se zabavlja. Imamo i talera, odlično. Ajajaj, kako će da lete sva četvorica, gledaj ovo, 4 od 18. Ovo je bolelo. Dva se kupuju, možda sam ih i kupio, ne znam, ne sjećam se. Može biti svašta. Boga mi da mu nisam ove razbio, ja mislim da bi imao preko 200 on. Kad se sve sabere. Boga mi, dobri smo bili.
Welcome. All jests aside, let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
Thanks. I think that's all I need for now.
Ever your servant, sir.
Kako misliš izgled likova? Samo Siri ostaje, možda će Geralt biti ono da se pojavi malo sa strane. Aha, put on. Čudan mi je Geralt kad nema mačeve na leđima.
The Witcher's not nearly as nasty as they
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed. Buy your ticket.
The newest work by the Beauclerc painter and portrait artist.
A joj, Rendulić, bilo je i mnogo jačih, samo što nisam streamovao to. Jedna mi je imala 280 bodova. Ne znam kako sam to nagurao. Ne mislim da se dobije čak i neki trofej za to. Samo sad nisam baš sjajne karte dobio u ovom playthrough.
Well, well. I did not expect
Malo sam
you to
Gwen
have such a
zajebao.
sense
Nisam
of
išao na
style.
onaj turnir.
Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... Just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Da, ja sam teo da dođem do 200, onda sam prešišao jer sam imao jednog onog boostera za sve te likove koji su bili u jednom redu.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Možeš kad doćeš, ja mislim. Mogu sad da odem, mogu i kad prođe ceo quest ovaj. I dalje mi to stoji, ona pozivnica kao.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belont.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Što da ne, to je dobra igra.
Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
Možemo to. The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests
Vidio
here.
na Čilinu
Oriana,
letećem.
she owns
What the
this.
fuck?
Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her.
Oriana.
Doesn't wear a mask.
Oriana je ona iz trailera, ona
Pointless.
Night to Remember.
All would know her anyway.
Kaveri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Bruxa.
a stone subtle soul.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you and modern art?
Shh, silence. The artist must focus. Yellow. Why ever yellow?
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Please do not disturb. One falls ruinous to the entire community. To free a stone subtle soul requires great precision.
Quite the noble color.
Splendid! The sky over Toussaint before a storm.
Or a deeply internalized fear of intimacy.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab that green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To vines and to wine!
Sure to be in one of the alcoves.
Gauze, scarlet, crimson oxblood.
Ice lips, full sensually parted lips.
The composition takes shape.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
To je to. Šta još može
Please
tu?
do not disturb.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right.
Hitman
Good
definitivno.
versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
This paint
Lift is beautiful.
It's very
Bloody colorful, that's what.
Ovo što mi pokazuje, da vi ne vidite to od moje glavuđe, verovatno je iznad, mislim, ne znam gde bi bilo.
It must be someone famous, I tell you.
Ooh. Dobro, ima ove
Do not
zabave.
disturb! Shoo, shoo!
It's the right flower.
Of course it is! A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Slučajno sam je
Lie still.
pronašao iz
You
prve.
may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me?
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
Oh shit. Ona Henrietta zabavna, čoveče.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it. But I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift. A heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work
Pa ispalo je da su ove
like this. You
RTX
must
50 u
leave
stvari
now.
kao S verzije onih karti. Ali S već postoji za neke modele. Tako da bi ova 60 serija trebala biti neki napredak, valjda, malo veći.
Still, look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Good health to you.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Aha, to treba.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
But what if he doesn't come?
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Sheba, Saraba, Durandum, Kalabathista, Saveshkehi, Beshkehi Ha.
Nice.
Ah, how beautiful. The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Have you seen the Skelliger Isles?
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Synthrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it. Fist tech. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
Color is good health to you. Deliberations on the nature of existence.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
This is definitely done. Let's go. Your thoughts, as you've made no effort to understand.
It's a metaphor for the constant struggle for power and influence.
A metaphor. What else would they think of? If they can't agree,
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
UGD Falcon.
You must be mistaking me
Pa ovo
for
je
someone
staklo
else.
napred, ako se ja ne varam.
15 years
Možda
in
i
the
nije.
palace. Your Grace, I'd not
Djeluje mi
mistake
kao
you
da je
for
stakleno.
anyone.
Ako je napred meš, onda je dobro, ako je stakleno, ne bi ga gledao uopšte.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
Kaže, materijal ABS plastika, kaljeno staklo, 0,8 SPCC. 0,8 nije loše uopšte. To je čak prilično i debelo. Čekaj da imamo ovu sliku. Sve su neke, a da, staklo je napred. Ne. Gleda je neko otvoreno.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Pozdrav, Billy.
Looking for Cecilia Belland. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. If anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs. That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Vojo, prva sezona je okej, druga je onako dosta lošija, treća je negledljivo.
Killed her, then went out on the balcony. Tore down the door, made a platform. It's his. Must be pretty strong, too.
Da vidimo šta još ima ovdje.
Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil. Must have climbed this ladder. Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard and sank to the floor. Blood stains. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
Neka borba je bila, verovatno.
Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
Bili tu nema sad nekih granica i ne znam ja, neki procesori rade na 90 stepeni. To im je radna temperatura. Tako da sve je okej. Može i na 100 da radi. Nema više toga, kao koliko ne bi smelo, koliko bi smelo. Bilo bi super da je ispod 80 za primjer, kad je baš ovo potpuno optimistično. O Bože!
I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything in full detail.
Ista je glumica u tom traileru dala glas i u igri. Mislim, logično, ono. Trailer je bio par meseci pre igre. To je sad tad već bilo rešeno sve.
Red-handed,
A to je
attempting
taj
to burgle,
glas.
rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and
Malo mi je
pushed
bio
him
šaren
hard.
build, ali dobro, mislim, mora Transformerse da
Just so.
predstavi, jel? A oni su u svim bojama mogućim. Plus, to je dečija serija, jel? I filmovi oni, tako da ima smisla. Ali dobro je, fino je urađeno sve. Tako da ne moraš da brineš ništa.
I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it many years ago from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Čudi me da mu medaljon ne igra kad je ona u blizini.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
Da.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters.
Pa idu recenzije za 50-70 i 90-70.
I suppose I gave as good as I got.
Samo pod NDA-jem je tako da tu ne može još ništa da se pušta.
The wine, its theft was the first clue.
Biće par ovih temu videa vezano za moj taj affiliate. Niš onaj Attack Shark, to nisam nikako odvojeno radio. Sutra idu ovi faceplate-ovi za PlayStation i još neke stvari. Šta još imam? Imam dosta tastatura i miševa i slušalica, moram i to da radim lagano. Nikad kraja. To je kad su videi u pitanju.
Could be right. What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Eto, Miloše, to će neko mora da ti drugi odgovori, ja stvarno telefona nemam pojma. Ko se razume u telefone, eto pitanja za vas.
They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Black Sun, to je Renfri, zar ne?
Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth, isolated, prodded,
ona iz serije, što je Geralt ubio u prvoj epizodi.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation.
To znači da ona nije human, najviše kao monster neki, za nju treba srebrni mač.
And Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother.
Da, oni često imaju te
Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they
forced her to danas vidio, Miloše, Redmi 14C za 130 evra, 8 giga, 256, 5160 mAh baterija, 120 Hz ekran. Manje rezolucije do duše. A verzija sa 4 giga, 128, 89 evra. I dobije se onaj neki njihov sat, šta, kako se već zove, na poklon. Mislim, to za te pare mora biti dobro. Neki Helio, nešto, pojma nemam.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Redmi 14C.
What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
Čekaj, kako je on sa njom, ha?
My very dear friend, Detlaf.
Oh, Detlaf, what the fuck?
We are lending our combined resources to the witch's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid.
Da, dobija se Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Active.
So I invited Regis in for a glass of wine.
To je kao neka akcija. Ima HyperOS Xiaomi.
Ages, literally.
Mislim, pretpostavljam da je neki ono basic model, ali za te novce ne moš bolje. Sigurno. Ne moš ni na temu naći bolje, nešto.
Seems surprised. Why?
I never would have suspected Regis to find common ground with a witcher.
Da.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity.
Pa ne znam, potraži, ja sam to dobio neku ponudu, ali ne odnosi se na Srbiju, samo što je nama tu blizu i lok, pa možemo da skoknemo lagano, ali
I don't lunge at every monster I see, sword in hand.
Čekiraj, mora i kod nas biti slična ponuda, sigurno. Ima Xiaomi sajt.
It might want to apologize.
My word. What might the monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Evo ga, Redmi 14C košta 13.400 za 4.200. Bog te. To je 110 evra, a tamo je 89. A ovaj je 17.699. Znači naši ovi drpaju fino. Evo ti 17.499. Mi Srbija. A i ne dobije se nikakva narukvica, taj band, kako se već zove. Brate, koji su naši ovi lopovi, pa to nema nigde.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Want to help Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
Pa sam danas vidio nešto ovi ono udruženje za zaštitu potrošača je tužilo taj, se zovu PC centar ili kako već. Computerland koji distribuira te Xiaomi telefone, baš za taj Mi Srbija sajt nešto da obmanjuju ljude sa lažnim popustima. I evo sad smo vidjeli primer. Ja mislim da je komisija uvažila ta za pritužbe te, za žalbe, za nemam pojma. Biće im suđeno zbog toga.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Oriana, she really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Dettlaff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Dettlaff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Dettlaff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Dettlaff. I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back.
Ona ne zna da je on beast.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
Čudan sastanak.
You have exceptional friends. This Dettlaff, an intriguing man to say the least.
He's a vampire.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost. which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix Mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Izgleda da je zabava gotova. Bili, ako si stavljao neki link, ne vidi se, čisto da znaš. Pošto vidim da piše, tu se mogu naći dućani koji imaju. Nažalost, ja jedini mogu da kačem. Ja ne znam kako to, ali možda i bolje.
Turn your trembling heart to the good book. You will find solace. Ladies, gentlemen.
Čekaj da ja promenim. Ne možemo ovako da idemo. Nema smisla. Cviđe moraju da idu. Tako. Zaboravio sam samostrel ovaj.
Reginald Daltrey has returned, not to be missed. Buy your tickets now. Available for me alone.
Oh, is my head ever spinning after last night?
Da vidimo mi je li ovo konačno sređeno. Jeste izgleda. Pa da, sad je okrečeno. Ima neke ornamente po sebi, neko grožđe. Fino. Svija mi se. Armor stand, dobro. Kako su ovo knjige? Šta je ovo? Okej. Tu mogu da čitam ovo. Eto, pročitao sam sve. Slika ovdje može da ide. U stvari čekaj, ovo ću da uzmem. Stavit ću tamo napolju. sad sam zezno stvar.
I work from dawn to dusk's last light, then give my wife a good long night.
Let's go!
Logitech G903. Za koliko? 79 €. Baš da imamo, baš me zanima. Ja te Logitech nešto ne pratim. Nemam ni predstavu. Ne bi me iznenadilo da je jedno... pa i nije. Light speed je... 123 €.
Run, Roach.
14.700, samo ako mu limitiraš TDP. Inače ne može ni sa 360-kom, ni sa 420-kom, ne može ni sa bukvalno. Iz mojih iskustava, čak i da je custom loop, imao bi problema sa 2 radijatora kad im je TDP otključan 14-icama. Turning point. Okay.
I'm early. No guardsmen yet.
Kaže at midnight. Sad ćemo to da nariktamo.
So eager, are you? The mill, then. We shall discuss the assault inside.
See, you already prepared a plan. Walk me through it.
We have 2 objectives. To find Her Illustrious Highness's sister and capture the men who blackmailed the vampire. Duntine is a modest complex. Several old buildings, a high wall around them. At the center of the enclosure stands an imposing keep, restored not long past by the elderly knight of the castle, Roderick. We mean to strike here, through the main gate, then secure the area in front of the keep by storm.
How many men defend Duntine, you know?
Roderick maintains a team of knights for defense. They are no army, but they could number several dozen. Also, Roderick recently took in a band of foreign mercenaries. About them we know very little.
Need to hit them from both sides. You draw the defenders, keep them busy. I'll sneak in the back way, find the women, make sure they come to no harm. I'll vault over the wall as soon as you start your assault.
Your plan puts you at great risk, but I sense you will handle it well. Let us go.
So it begins.
Quick! We grab Roderick's horses and we bolt.
We won't vault far if the boys out front don't hold.
Not so fast. Little change of plans.
Kill him!
Pathetic.
Help! He'll kill us!
What is this? He killed Hugo and Velen! Grab him!
Roderick sent them to get the horses. He's looking to flee. Can't let him.
Zašto mi ovo iskače?
Ducals along the road?
They must not be guarding it.
Bloody bots! What was that?
Loot those crates on the wagon! Hurry with those
Trying
crates!
to escape.
But be careful if you drop any!
Someone's here.
They've breached the back wall! Come on! Kill him!
I'm a heart.
Shut up, I'll fight.
Mercy! Mercy! I did no wrong!
Nah, kept the wrong damn company. Centrion's men, where are they?
I knew... Shouldn't have let them under my roof.
Where's the hostage, the woman?
What? What do you mean? I know nothing about a hostage. Must be the handiwork of my guests.
Where are they now?
In the keep, ready in their escape.
There's someone with them? Woman named Sienna?
Of course. She convinced me to let them in.
And a whole pile of trouble along with them. Where is she?
Packing. We were to leave together. An old fool. I'd have done anything for her.
Where is she? In the keep too?
Yes. Her chamber is in the tower. The top floor. What will become of me?
Leaving you to the Ducal Guard, if you don't bleed to death in the meantime.
Chewie, a pox upon you!
Stvari nema, udaj idemo.
What is happening? They're at the gate. How many? This one! Kill the shitleister! I will tear you to shreds!
Zašto je ovaj ovoliko velik? Šta je ovo?
We did it!
Someone's here. Get the roadside!
Pathetic.
Get the rope!
Whoever kills the most people that could... Where's one? They're all around!
Not bad. giving you one last chance. Yield.
The damned harlot got us into this. Kill him! Attack!
Oh shit, stižu vampiri.
Need to get into the keep. They shall pay for everything.
Monsters! Levy! Come back, cowards!
Stay away! Not this dead close!
Wasn't expecting to see you two here.
We thought you could use our help, so...
Witcher, this is no time to explain. Where is Renna?
Expect to answer a lot of questions inside.
Let us go then. Renna.
Znači, to je sestra od kraljice.
Are you hurt? If any of them.
You know me. I'd never let them hurt me. I just waited for you to come.
I didn't know where to look. They threatened to kill you. Forgive me. I failed you.
Now we need only find Anna Henrietta's sister. Where should we look? Do you know?
Mm-hmm. Ran into Roderick, Duntine's lord. Told me where I'd find Sienna.
Then speak and let's grab her. Time is short.
Said she was in a room in the tower. Very one we're in right now.
Da-da.
Which, incidentally, looks nothing like a prison cell. And just so happens
Nešto
there's
se
a
ne
carafe
uklapa
full of
ovde.
wine here. Bet it's stolen San Real.
What's your point?
Stop playing dumb. I know everything. Your plan, that this was part of it.
Witcher, what is this?
Sorry, Dettlaff. You've been had.
My friend, please. You must listen to what Geralt has to say.
Renna's not her real name. This is Sienna. And Sienna is sister to Anna Henrietta, the Duchess of Toussaint.
What? What nonsense is this?
Sienna was banished as a child, but it seems she trekked back here recently. Moved into Duntine and ran a Vanderguild out of here. Sent a man called the Centrian to Beauclair to steal some wine for her. Wine reserved for the ducal family. Centrian led us to her. Caught him later stealing a jewel Sienna had gotten from her father as a child. Sorry, Dettlaff. She used you. Part of her plan.
you do not, I will raze Beauclair to the ground. This I promise you. You've 3 days. I shall be waiting.
He just fly off?
He did not wish to act rashly. He's gone to soothe his nerves.
Think he'll do it? Make good on his threat?
I cannot say. He can be unpredictable when fury consumes him.
I shall go to him.
Come again? After what he just...
You don't know Detlef like I do. If I don't do as he says, he truly will destroy the city. He's more than capable of it.
Conscience gets to you now?
Better... better late than never, right?
Well, it truly does seem the best option.
Your Grace, we must proceed with caution. Guardsmen saw vampires here. They could still be about.
Vampires or no vampires, my sister is here. Find her.
Your Grace, that...
Zola dolaze, da.
Siana, it's true. It's you. Sister, dear, what have you gotten yourself into?
So concerned, I'm surprised. Is there an ounce of truth to it?
You feel resentment. I understand. But I promise we shall work through all the unfortunate matters of the past. We will discuss them later. Captain, escort Siana to the palace. I shall meet with her as soon as we return.
As you wish, Your Grace.
And you, Witcher. You have my thanks. I cannot believe my sister was so near the whole time. Roderick of Duntine shall answer for treason and blackmail.
Roderick got duped and used, just like the vampire.
Apropos, were you able to establish who kidnapped his beloved?
We've discovered Siana blackmailed the vampire. Ordered him to kill those men.
What? What nonsense is this?
She is his missing lover. Staged her own abduction to force him to do her bidding.
He was a tool. Whole scheme was Siana's. She was behind it.
You're mistaken. You must be. This cannot be true.
Your Grace, I know this vampire.
What? You know him? Who is he?
Upoznala si ga.
Detlef.
The same who so recently sat at my table and told me of Nazaire. Is there anything else you've neglected to mention? A dragon living beneath Mount Gorgon, perhaps? Is anyone else here a vampire? Where is he now?
Waiting for Siana. If she doesn't show up to meet him by an appointed time, he'll destroy Beauclair.
He dares threaten us?
Your Grace, we have 3 days to bring him Siana and...
Not a word. You have 3 days to bring me his head. No more secrets. No more helping vampires. I want what I'm paying for. The head of the beast.
A bože moj, ovo zjevanje. Katastrofa. Kad sam nakopio već 10 ovih poena. Ovo je nevjerovatno. I zašto mi je sad ovo ostalo ova slika non stop da se pojavljuje?
Yes, well, even I must admit Detlef's actions were highly inappropriate. Reprehensible, even. Are you upset?
Znači, ovo je normalno ovo s ovim zevanjem.
Let's see. You're returning from your hunt empty-handed. No trophy. No new lead to boast of, then pursue.
Upset's just not a sensation I feel. Ever. Mutations, remember?
Yes, of course. The excuse you resort to whenever you'd rather not talk about something.
Observant of you. So let's change the subject.
How do your employers customarily react when you fail to meet their expectations?
Depends. Peasants cuss me out. Merchants demand I refund their deposit, whereas nobles mostly just release their hounds.
And rulers?
Usually threaten me with the gallows.
A most illustrious grace awaits the gentleman.
Your Grace, the population demands she be punished. Syanna's committed terrible crimes, spilt so much blood.
Another word, Palmerin, and I shall spill even more blood. Yours. I repeat for the last time. Syanna is responsible for the death of many, true. But she is also my sister. We are bound by blood and by a shared childhood. I shall not allow her to be lynched.
Your Grace, I fear the masses might rise. Storm the prison, pitchforks and torches in hand.
Let them storm. They will not find her there. Syanna is hidden away in a safe place. She shall await trial there until we have rid ourselves of this accursed vampire. Which, to judge by your means, has not yet come to pass.
Did what we could, but...
My patience is at an end, Geralt. Where is he? Where is Detlef?
Don't know. I lost his trail.
Is this all you have to say?
I respect your grace. All I can say is the truth.
Ah. At times, I hunt foxes. Do you know how it works? The ducal huntsman releases the hounds. They catch the fox's scent, chase the animal down, and lead the Bachu to it. All within an hour. You, Witcher, have had a week. The aid of my most excellent knights. Yet, you have tracked absolutely nothing down. I've begun to suspect my beagles might have done a better job.
Then perhaps your grace should have sent a beagle instead of a witcher after the vampire.
Nije to trebao da kaže. Ali ne veze, to sam ja izabrao.
You tread on thin ice, Witcher. Very thin. Wisdom demands you choose your words more cautiously. But to the matter at hand. Have you managed to establish anything?
Your Grace, it seems Syanna tricked Detlef, used him to murder the knights who escorted her into exile. We have reason to believe that...
Your Grace! Vampires!
What? Speak now!
Vampires! They protect the city! Captain de la Tour defends the square near the boat landing, but so many lives lost!
Počinje sad? Oj, jer nisu imali 3 dana za to. Oh, fuck. Ja se sjećam ovoga, ali ja sam mislio da je to kao posljedica toga što nisu Syannu isporučili, ali... Bog te mazo, ovo već krenulo.
If it's war this Detlef wants, it's war he shall have. Geralt, get to work.
War.
This time I'll hear no excuses. Palmerin, you...
Get her out of here.
Siana failed to appear as summoned. And there. Detlef was not making idle threats.
Seems not. Need to make some serious plans of our own now. It's gone too far, damn it.
Regis, you mentioned there was a way to draw Detlef out. A way you've avoided resorting to so far because you thought it was too dangerous.
Is that how I'd put it? Do forgive me that I've misled you terribly. The word dangerous is simply a scandalous understatement in this case.
Regis, another inner monologue growing out of a personal dilemma. Just tell me how to flush Detlef out. Force him to meet, please.
In due course. But first, Geralt, I'd like you to consider the alternative. After all, you could fulfill Detlef's demand and liberate his beloved Siana.
Think Detlef still believes Siana's innocent?
I believe he suspects something. He must. And he seeks to understand what happened.
And for that, he's declared war on the entire duchy?
What can I say? Moderation was never his strong suit.
Really want to free Siana? Hand her over to Detlef? Refuse to accept you consider that wise.
It's hard to believe, I know. But Detlef is not actually evil, merely impulsive. He needs but meet with her, speak with her, and he will spare the city.
So say I agree to this, because I might. Still no chance Anna Henrietta will.
I do not recall ever suggesting we ask her permission.
The meeting. What if it's nothing like you say? What if it goes sour, ends in a fight? Willing to guarantee Siana won't get hurt?
It seems unlikely in the extreme.
Didn't ask for a lecture on probability. Need a simple answer. Yes or no.
I vow that not a hair on her head shall come to any harm.
Got serious reservations about this plan. Not least among them, we have no idea where Siana's being held. You heard the Duchess. She's not at the prison.
Hardly a reservation. More of an excuse. I'm certain you'll find her. You must merely decide you wish to.
Could ask Damien. Duchess treats him like a lapdog. Keeps him close most times. He might know something more.
There, you see? I knew you'd think of something. Bravo. I trust I've dispelled your doubts, then.
Not so fast. We're not done talking. How would I go about luring Detlef out of hiding if I wanted to? With the blood of a virgin?
You see, somewhere nearby lives an unusual denizen. One of the unseen, ancient and powerful vampires. Among the oldest and strongest.
And?
Toussaint is this unseen elder's territory. All vampires owe him fealty while they are here. He need but say the word, designate a time and place, and Detlef will be forced to appear.
So this unseen elder, how do we convince him to summon Detlef?
We must find him first. The elder does not see arrivals unless he absolutely must. But locals, Oriana, for instance, you know, she too is...
Yeah, figured it out. All right, let's say she gets me in to see the unseen elder. What then?
I don't know. You'll have to improvise, I suppose.
So I'm basically stuck. Either gotta give in to a blackmailer, or fight him.
You know what I would opt for. Should we free Siana and arrange for her to meet with Detlef, there's a good chance we'll all survive this ordeal. Detlef included.
Regis, don't mean to put you on the spot, but I gotta know. Say I do decide to fight Detlef. Who'll you stand with?
Should you decide your sword is the sole solution, I shall not stand in your way.
Appreciate it.
Certainly hope so. Now, please tell me, what is it you intend to do?
Pojma nemam.
Sorry, Regis, but folk have died. Got no time to lose. Especially not on some kind of peculiar therapy for bizarre couples.
I see. Alas, you know what to do. You must see Oriana, ask her to introduce you to the unseen elder. She might agree.
What'll you do?
Now? Whatever I can to limit the number of human victims to a minimum. Should you learn where the elder dwells, do whisper a word to the ravens. I'll come and help.
Even though that could mean you'll fight Detlef?
Even though. Good luck, Geralt.
Ok, ovdje završavamo ovu epizodu, onda u sljedećoj je kraj manje više ovog svega što je vezano za ovaj DLC. Ne mogu više od ovog zevanja ni da pratim što se dešava. Neka epidemija zevanja me uvatila. Tako da moram da prekinem sad i idem da malo editujem za sutra video neki. I to je to uglavnom za večeras. Hvala vam što ste pratili. Ništa, pozdravljam vas. Pozdrav svima.